How did BYJUCE, once India's most celebrated edtech unicorn valued at $22 billion, fall into financial turmoil, facing lawsuits and staggering debt? Stay with me as we unravel the shocking story behind one of the biggest collapses in the startup world. This is not just a business failure, but a cautionary tale for all. Let's go back to the beginning. In 2011, Biju Ravendran founded BYJUCE with a mission to revolutionize education in India. And for a while, it seemed like nothing could stop them. By 2021, BYJUCE had become a behemoth in the edtech space, with over 100 million downloads and millions of paying users. With high-profile investors like Mark Zuckerberg's Chan Zuckerberg Initiative and Tencent, the company reached a jaw-dropping valuation of $22 billion. They were on top of the world. But as we've seen time and again, when a company rises this fast, the fall can be just as dramatic. What went wrong? One of the key factors behind BYJUCE's downfall was its aggressive expansion. The company went on a buying spree, acquiring Akash Educational Services for a whopping $1 billion, followed by the $300 million acquisition of White Hat Jr. These deals, while initially seen as strategic moves to strengthen its grip on the education market, ended up being costly missteps. The company accumulated over $1.2 billion in debt, setting off alarm bells. Fast forward to 2024, and that debt had become unmanageable, with BYJUCE missing payments and getting entangled in lawsuits from lenders and creditors. As legal battles mounted, the edtech giant's once golden reputation began to tarnish. To make matters worse, in 2024, BYJUCE posted losses of 4,588 crore rupees, around $573 million, for financial year 2021, a shocking 20 times more than the previous year's losses. While the pandemic initially boosted demand for online learning, BYJUCE struggled when the world shifted back to in-person learning. Their high-cost acquisitions and rapid growth left them with bloated operational expenses they simply couldn't sustain. The company found itself bleeding money and losing market share, but the financial woes were just one piece of the puzzle. Here's where things get even more dramatic. BYJUCE also faced a significant backlash from the very customers it was trying to serve. Parents began accusing the company of using aggressive and misleading marketing tactics. Many felt pressured into buying expensive courses, only to realize later that they didn't need them. Social media exploded with complaints as families felt they were duped into spending thousands on education products that promised far more than they delivered. This negative PR severely damaged BYJUCE's brand and led to a massive erosion of trust. As the situation worsened, BYJUCE had no choice but to lay off over 4,000 employees in 2023 and 2024, further damaging its public image. Former employees began speaking out about the toxic work culture and lack of direction, which only added fuel to the fire. Major investors, including Sequoia Capital, General Atlantic, and Blackstone, began pulling back their investments, signaling that even those who once believed in BYJUCE were now losing faith. And here's the kicker: BYJUCE, which was once valued at $22 billion, saw its valuation plummet by nearly 50% in 2024, dropping to around $12 billion. This collapse wasn't just financial, it symbolized the public and investor sentiment that BYJUCE might never recover from this disaster. Competitors like Unacademy, Vedantu, and PhysicsWallah were quick to capitalize on BYJUCE's troubles, offering more affordable and adaptable solutions as students transitioned back to hybrid and offline memory learning models. BYJUCE, on the other hand, was too slow to pivot and paid the price for its complacency. So, what's next for BYJUCE? With $1.2 billion in debt, a collapsing valuation, and a mountain of lawsuits, is this the end of the road for the edtech giant? Or will they find a way to rise from the ashes and reclaim their position? Let us know in the comments below what you think. If this breakdown of BYJUCE's fall from grace fascinated you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more in-depth stories about the biggest business collapses in history.